2021 brought a nautical milestone for OM as we thanked God for His faithfulness through 50 years of ship-based ministry across the globe.
We have seen that the coming of the ship, our encounter with them, helped to give our ministry a definition, helped to give our ministry the resources and the tools that was needed for us to go out and reach our lost people. It is not just about the ship sailing and going from nation to nation, but the impact it is making is sometimes just far too greater than what they could ever imagine.
Logos Hope extended her time in the Caribbean region, shifting focus to connecting in more meaningful ways with local people.
Staying longer in port will hopefully give crew and the local church the time they need to build relationships, to have the opportunity for more ministry, and to mobilize the church.
In April, after the eruption of the island's volcano, we pumped out our entire freshwater supply, 40,000 gallons, to people whose water had been contaminated, gave out provisions, and prayed with those whose homes had become uninhabitable. Following the ship's annual maintenance, we returned to St. Vincent for a further 9 weeks. With pandemic restrictions continuing, our crew got creative to continue sharing knowledge, help, and hope. Pop-up bookstores in the open air allowed us to engage in island communities and meet people beyond port cities. Still, it was a momentous day when Logos Hope's book fair was permitted to reopen, and our public gangways rang out with the sounds of visitors' footsteps again after 16 months. Yet with great anticipation, we set off on a 2-week voyage across the Atlantic Ocean, destined for West Africa.
We're here in Sierra Leone. There's a lot of excitement on this ship, I can assure you. Well, because we just traveled almost 3,000 miles across the Atlantic. It's our second longest sail in the history of this ship.
We celebrated the arrival of new shipmates, more than 40 short-term volunteers from various African nations. This wonderful group brought new energy to our floating family and was an answer to prayer for more people to join the ship at such a complex time.
I'm really privileged to be part of the great family, the great community, to see people from different nationalities and how we all join all together to be like Christ. It's just amazing.
It's probably the biggest group of Africans we've ever had on board. We're making a statement that Africa is ready to participate internationally. We're not just the continent that needs everybody's help. We have the people to be part of the mission of God. If we're going to reach the whole world, we need the whole church.
As we reflect on 2021, we are truly grateful for your part in enabling us to serve at sea.
Where we started off the year in the Caribbean, in the midst of a pandemic, not really knowing what would be next or what would unfold. And now to be where I am right now in Sierra Leone in West Africa is in itself just a great testimony of God's work.
Join us in 2022 as the next chapter unfolds in God's story for the ship ministry. And thank you from all of us on board and on shore.